Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of the Kit Down Default podcast, the best gaming and esports podcast on the internet. As always, it's your boy Tim, aka 2Cakes. I'm here with the boys, Ian and Tad.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Ian, otherwise known as Suds.
Hey yo guys, what's going on? It's Tad, otherwise Chicago Menace. Today we got a few things to talk about on the podcast. The first starting out, let's talk about Blizzard and what's going on with how they're what are they doing, Tim? They're banning players or they're trying to censor their players. What's going on with that?
Yeah, so essentially, one of the pro Hearthstone players was on one of the Blizzard podcasts with two broadcasters and himself. He went on. He was wearing a gas mask and like a hoodie covering his face, and he takes his mask off. He says something along the lines of Hong Kong, the revolution of our time, like basically supporting the Hong Kong revolution. And they banned him for a year. They took his prize earnings, and then the two broadcasters that were on the broadcast with him also lost their jobs. So some pretty
Which
serious
is
stuff
the real
going on.
tragedy. There's no reason that the casters themselves got fired. I still see that as a big injustice, even more so than the pro player getting banned. I mean, after all, he did interrupt a broadcast, let alone what his message was. It is a big broadcast. There was a lot of people watching and whatnot, right? So
Yeah,
it yeah.
apparently they knew that he was gonna go on and say that. Allegedly,
Uh,
that's why they lost their jobs.
yeah, because if you watch the clip, man, they're just like ducking beneath the desk. As soon as he starts talking about that shit, man, they go down quick.
Yeah.
They
guess that
fucking
does seem
dive
suspicious.
stage middle. Fuck out of here. God
For
damn.
real.
They got the fuck
That is
out
all
of there.
fucked up.
Then I saw some more things going on saying that like Epic was going to end up standing by their staying by their players, saying that they support their rights to have free speech.
Yeah.
So that was
And
the
then-
CEO, right, of Epic
Yeah,
who
it was
said
the
that?
CEO. I don't remember what his name is, but
I don't
yeah,
either.
he came out saying that this is an American company. We stand by the free speech of our players and stuff like that, and we're not gonna, persecute them for saying what they believe in. And then Riot came out,
Fuck yeah.
and they basically took the same stance as Blizzard, but they said it in a much more like palatable way, I guess you could say. They came out and they said like, this is our platform. We want to keep the broadcast about the games, the players, the sport, and they didn't want politics kind of like taking over their broadcast, because complicated topics like what's happening in Hong Kong, like you can't explain them and your opinion and the full story behind it in like 5-10 minutes, because it's a complicated subject.
Let alone 5-10 seconds.
Exactly. So
Whatever you
I think Riot took a much more reasonable approach compared to Blizzard.
We got an interesting
of course.
question from a viewer, Shadeslayer1583. What
How's it
should
going, Shadeslayer?
Blizzard? Yeah, what's going on? What should Blizzard have done rather than censorship?
That's a very good question, actually.
I think
Any ideas on this?
Blizzard could have done what Riot did. I think they could have let Blitzchung off, and they could have warned him. They could have released a press statement saying, essentially what Riot said: we want to keep the broadcast about games, and if you guys want to do that, we're gonna punish you, obviously. But giving
Yeah.
him a warning, because he kind of just came out and he lost. He's losing his job for a year, because of this. So it's kind of extreme, I think.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I mean, I definitely think they could have like talked to him and said, maybe don't do this again.
Yeah, the
Instead of,
broadcasters could have
you know-
stopped it as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they tried to. Like right after he finishes saying some stuff, they cut it. The producers cut it to an ad break.
So like in my mind, personally, I don't think those guys should have got fired. Obviously, I don't think any of us do. But I mean, even if they tried to cut it, obviously, like you said, they tried to cut to commercial, but they still lose their jobs. Like that just I don't know, kind of grinds my gears.
Do you think Blizzard will repeal the bans or other punishments after the huge outcry? Also from Shadeslayer. No. I don't think they're gonna fix anything.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think they're gonna stand tall on this, and I mean they're owned. 5% of them is owned by Tencent, and that's enough to make enough hubbub in the company to be like, this is what you're going to do and this is what is going to come out of the situation. Otherwise, we sell off our fucking portion of the company, basically.
See, but that's the thing, because Epic Games has a higher percentage owned by Tencent, and they're standing by their players' right to free speech.
Which you think
I
is
think the main thing is that Blizzard's player base comes from China. What were you gonna say, Ted?
I was gonna say, which you think would be different because Tencent's got that tie-in with the Chinese government, and I mean Tencent's the main, I guess, manufacturer of mobile games over there in China, and they just
In the world even.
Yeah, in the world, yeah, I guess technically, yeah, in the whole entire world, and they're crushing it over there in sales with the Chinese, and they have like the tie-ins with Huawei and the Chinese government and whatnot. So you think that, with Epic being owned by like 40% of them, they would definitely tell them to like keep their mouth shut about the situation. But it's kind of cool to see Epic like stepping up and doing what's right instead of like what's for the fucking money.
The real difference is Epic's money. Most of it comes from like European kids, North American kids.
Yeah.
Using their mom's credit card to buy V-Bucks. So,
using a mommy and daddy's credit card on some Fortnite skins. Exactly. Hey man, you got to get that Dark Voyager skin when you need it. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Fucking Christ.
Not gonna lie, I did buy that skin.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I have that one too. So can't even hate on that.
Yeah, for real.
So
either way, I think Timmy's right though. I think it's their main player base, or at least a large majority of it, would be coming from China.
Blizzard, you mean?
Yeah, Blizzard. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like Hearthstone is a huge game in the Asian countries and especially China. So.
Is that the like the card game looking thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah. I've seen that on like Twitch a few times, but I never watched it.
Yep.
I wonder if Valve will take a stance on it at all, or if they're just going to keep their mouth shut, which would be the smart thing to do. I mean, especially with the ESL, IEM, Beijing thing going on. You know what I mean? They probably wouldn't want to step in and be like, because that's a Valve sponsored event. So like, oh yeah, let's get that shut down right quick for us.
Yeah, for real. Did you guys hear about the Epic Games is getting sued in a class action suit by like a Canadian? There's 2 kids in Canada that apparently each have like over 7,000 something games played since like December.
Jesus.
And
what the fuck?
Since December?
Basically what they're trying to argue is that Fortnite is more addictive than cocaine and cigarettes. And
No.
because you know how like there was the whole thing where a cigarette company, I think it was in like the early 2000s or something like that, they weren't properly advertising the addictiveness of cigarettes. And instead of placing the blame on the consumer for like smoking them and getting addicted, they're placing the blame on the nicotine, like the tobacco companies, like I guess now the video game companies, the alcohol manufacturers. They're placing the blame on the companies instead of the consumer for getting addicted, for not properly advertising that it's an addictive thing.
Are you telling me right now that there's going to be like a warning?
Dude, okay, so this is also the thing.
Watch
apparently,
out.
Apparently Epic Games hired psychologists and stuff like that for the sole purpose of making the game addictive to like.
No way. Really?
Yep. That's what they're claiming in the lawsuit. Yeah.
I mean, if you kind of think about it though, that's like 200 IQ marketing.
That would be 200 IQ.
Like hiring like some psychologist, like, yo, make this as addicting as fuck. Like, what is visual cocaine? That's what I want.
Is it ethical though? That's the real question.
Definitely not. No, definitely not. But fucking genius marketing, I guess. I mean, you gotta give it to him for that. Fuck.
Well, I mean, fuck, dude.
I mean, you also
I might as well I'd rather just grab the Coke than play Fortnite.
Jesus.
In my opinion. What, dude? It's the truth. If it's addictive as cocaine, then are they going to have to put a warning label either whenever you launch the game or on the description of the store page or whatever? And what difference is it going to make even if it is? You know what I mean? Because can't you make that argument for any video game? I mean, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, is that as addictive as cocaine?
Well, I think the part is like the predatory aspect where they hired psychologists specifically
to make the game addicting. Yeah. It's like they went into it with the intention of like trying to ruin people's lives. Exactly. It's like the same thing EA came into with like the gambling shit with the cases how
Yep.
like courts ruled it gambling in like a lot of European places, and I think America too, where they couldn't allow them to do like that shit where it was like pay to fucking win.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Which
like the
I don't
same
understand.
thing.
Have you guys seen or played the FIFA games? The
Not
entire
really.
game
I've-
essentially revolves around microtransactions.
Yeah, I know there's a
Shut
lot
up.
of streamers who do that, and like it's like a huge fucking deal.
In Europe, yeah, that's like one of the most
Yeah, I don't get it.
viewed. Yeah, so basically it's like you buy card packs, I guess kind of like baseball cards,
Mm-hmm.
except they're virtual like players that you can put onto a team in FIFA. And people spend like thousands of dollars to open these packs and get like Ronaldo or Messi or like the big players and stuff like that. And then,
Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I don't know about a sports game like that. Like, there are people who drop thousands of dollars on skins and whatnot, but I mean, shouldn't you be able to make your own team out of whatever players you want in the first place? Shouldn't that just be a game mechanic to sell the game?
Shouldn't that be
Well, I mean,
just
you
like
would- you would think,
yeah,
right?
you think if you buy a soccer game, you'd be able to make a team in the soccer game. It's a crazy concept.
But then again, you have to like think, when has EA not tried to completely fuck its player base? When have they not done that?
Here we got a interesting comment from Shade
How
Slayer.
long ago were games on floppy disks, Simi?
True. Anyways, real quick, listen to this. Shade Slayer said, if they make a game, they are not responsible for how long you play it. It's a parent's job to monitor the kids. And if you play a few hours a day, that's fine. But if your kids are playing for 14 hours a day, you got to kick them in the ass and make them do something else. Yeah, but the whole part of it is like, is it ethical to hire a psychologist to make the game addicting? You know what I mean? Obviously, it's the parents' job to like monitor their kids. Like, you know, it's not the fucking video game's fault. Like, they can't watch every kid. That's not their problem. They're trying to make money at the end of the day. But is it like the right thing to do to like try to like expose these kids to it, like a kind of addiction? Like, essentially, they're trying to get them addicted to something.
Exactly. And the way they're going about it in the lawsuit, they're like, I guess they've done studies and stuff like that saying, like, when you're playing video games, you release dopamine, and the more you play the video games, the more you have to play them to get the same amount of dopamine release.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, in that way, it is kind of like a drug.
But
Yeah, because you're
if
building
eating
up like a
candy-
tolerance and shit.
Exactly.
Well, if you're eating candy or something like that, you're gonna get a dopamine charge from that, from eating candy, something that you enjoy eating, something that tastes good, like a chocolate bar or something like that. The next time you want to go to eat chocolate, you're like, maybe I want a Reese's this time, or maybe I want a Heath bar. Who the fuck eats those?
Old
Who the
people,
fuck eats Heath
boomers,
bars?
boomers,
Yeah.
boomers eat them.
What the fuck is a Heath
But
bar?
you get what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know if video games are addictive, wouldn't you want to try a whole bunch of different types of video games? Like if someone's addicted to morphine or something like that. Like I did 20 milligrams last night. Maybe I'll do 10 this night, plus this other fucking 20, so that's 30. You know what I mean? But
What the- I have no idea.
I have no
I
idea.
don't know what
I was
connections
trying to
between either
follow
way.
that, but
All
none
I'm
of that
saying
made
is, like,
sense.
marketing. Okay, let's talk about it this way. Let's go back to the candy bar analogy.
Hmm.
They market candy bars to be addicting, don't they? They make commercials for Reese's. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, I
they
guess.
put the porn music on or whatever
Yeah,
Halloween
I mean,
music.
the
whatever time of
ads,
year
the
it is.
ads are basically fucking, it's food porn, essentially. That's
Or
what
like
that
the
is.
Snickers bar, like if you're hungry, eat a Snickers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure we all have a snack that we eat serially. You know what I mean? Like, what's your snack, Timmy? What do you have one of, like every day or every so often?
Every
What's your favorite
day?
snack to? What's your favorite snack to have?
My favorite snack. To be honest, I tell my parents not to buy them because they're fucking, like, to me it's like crack, but Cheez-Its, man.
There you go. You
Not
could
gonna
sit there and
say,
eat a
like-
Cheez-Its box for hours, right? You can eat a whole box
Honestly.
in a couple of minutes, right?
Yep.
Isn't that kind of like a kid sitting down and playing Fortnite for 14 hours?
Well, it's like Doritos. Have you guys, like, they make Doritos, they design the flavors to, like, be sweet and salty, so, like, whenever you want something sweet or salty, you can crave Doritos.
There you go.
Oh, we
It's
got
kinda-
an interesting comment from chat. Tad equals Doomer. What's your opinion on that?
Ted is a doomer.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, I guess I'm a doomer. So anyways, As you guys know, we got Call of Duty coming out in 2 weeks here, boys. Who the fuck else
Yep.
is excited for that shit?
Oh, dude, I've been going through fucking withdrawals since the beta ended.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I need that shit in my veins right now, bro.
I even started
Fuck.
playing Black Ops 4 again, even though that game's complete garbage.
Trash.
Yeah, that's not a good game.
Okay, I'm not gonna
Get
lie
outta
though,
here.
it's not that bad when you play bare bones, because you don't have to deal with the annoying specialist abilities and stuff like that. So, I don't know. You guys should give it a try, but it is like 170 gigabytes or something. You got.
Yeah, it's a massive game for
If you would have given me a little bit more
tops of like
notice,
30
yeah.
minutes of fun. Why is it
Dude, a
unfun
lot
to
of
us?
rage.
Because I personally do not like the abilities that the operators have. Like the guy with the shield, and then the dude with like the spikes
See,
or
and
whatever.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Or
If
whatever,
that's
you
the
know what I
only
mean?
thing-
The gravity
that's
spikes.
the only part of the game you don't like, man. You have to play bare bones. That's what this morning I was playing. Right before I ate lunch, I was playing bare bones, some search, and some like objective games, and it's so much more fun because you don't have to deal with a kid running around with a shield that he can shoot through while full sprinting.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just not really down with the like the gun mechanics and whatnot in the Black Ops games. The new ones, at least. That like Black Ops 1 and 2, I used to tear shit up on that, but I don't know. It kind of died off around Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare era. It just wasn't for me. I stopped playing Call of Duty. And I mean, I played Blops 4 with you there for a while, and I raged so hard that I uninstalled it. So
but
I'm cool.
one of the mistakes though I think was playing domination on firing range, because
Yeah, that is trash.
domination on firing range is you're literally asking to get spawn trapped. Like that map and that game mode is a shit show.
It's just so
The
big.
time to kill on it, like just like comparing it to from Black Ops 4 to Modern Warfare, this new one, like the time to kill is just so much better in Modern Warfare. You know,
Oh,
you only
yeah,
got to
it's a
hit
lot
them with like a
faster.
few shots. If you get your headshots in, you're only hitting them, like twice, maybe 3 times, depending on the gun. And it's just like, I don't know, it's more satisfying. You know what I mean? And they go
Yeah,
back to
it's-
like doing all their scoring with KD instead of doing that stupid point shit. Like, I don't know. It feels like a Call of Duty game again.
So I got an interesting chat question. Do you think that COD coming to PC will make the game more popular, or should it stay a console-only title?
It's been on PC.
I think it will make it, but yeah, that's true. It has been on PC, but I think it's gonna make it more popular because it's cross-plat. So even
I
if
think the
it does
key is
die on
cross-plat.
one of them, then it's still gonna be able to have its like huge influence by like, the other fucking types of
My
fucking
only
gamers.
complaint is the fact that the esport is still staying on the controller. That's kind of something
Yeah, that is kind of lame.
I'm opposed to, but I am going to be buying a SCUF controller, and I am going to be playing game battles with the boys,
What?
cross-plat, for Modern Warfare, so we'll see how it goes.
You're gonna use a
Why would
controller
you
for
use
Modern
a
Warfare?
controller?
Oh
Yeah, well,
my
when I'm playing game
god.
battles, I don't think
That's
you can
zero.
play game battles with like multiple, like keyboard and mouse versus controller. I don't think they're gonna allow that. But you never know. If they allow it, then obviously I'm gonna stay on the keyboard and mouse because my aim is just fucking insane on that.
Yeah,
so.
that seems so scuffed that they would even have it on the PC and then not allow keyboard and mouse.
Well, the thing, game battles is like a third-party thing.
Oh, okay.
So it's like
okay.
where you pay like it's like a wager match kind of. You play search best of 3, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And you wager for like a few bucks, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I did that before, like on Apex Legends. I think
Oh,
through
yeah,
game
right.
battles too, like Loki. I think that might have been the site or MLG maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, low-key, back in the day when I was still in high school, me and Hunter used to play GBs on Black Ops 4. It was pretty fun.
Anyways, another thing I saw about Modern Warfare was from apparently a certified leaker. He leaks a bunch of things for Call of Duty apparently, that they're gonna redo Rust and have it on there.
I saw
The
I
old
heard
quick
they found,
scoping map, you know
a
what I
data
mean?
miner, a data
Mhm.
miner went into the files and found Rust in the maps.
And
It's gonna be badass
apparently
if it's
he's
that.
been right about a bunch of shit before, so they're just like kind of trusting him on it too. They're like, oh yeah, fuck, you might be right. So, that could be pretty cool, boys. Reimagining it in a new engine, fucking better
Oh, yeah.
graphics, pretty fucking interesting.
One thing I'm not so much looking forward to though is the microtransactions. Because, well, I mean, like, it's not so much the microtransactions. It's just if it's only cosmetics, it's fine. I really hope it's not like Black Ops 4 and like Black Ops 3 and 2 and shit like that, where maybe not Black Ops 2, but like I think Ghost and Advanced Warfare, they had guns that you could pay for that were better than the guns that came with the game.
Oh yeah, that was in Black Ops 4 too, because you got like
Yeah.
extra XP from getting those guns too. But I was watching some stuff today about it, and apparently they're not going to have a battle pass you have to buy.
Mhm.
They're going to have a season pass, I think, but it's free with the game. And then you're also all the maps that are going to come out are going to be free, unlike with Black Ops 4, where it's like you have to pay for the zombie maps and shit like that. Any map that comes out with Modern Warfare is just going to be instantly free, which I think is really good that developers are like going back to that shit. Because like I don't know if you guys remember back in the day when whenever they released something new for a game, they just gave it to it for free. Like it was just like another part of the game.
What
Yeah,
happened?
Instead of like buying
started
shit.
in, like Modern Warfare 2 and stuff like that, right? Because I remember Modern Warfare 2, you had to buy all the DLCs, like the.
They gave you certain maps, but then there was certain maps you had to buy because there was like map packs. At least this was towards the end.
I think because COD
Right?
4, I'm pretty sure COD 4 the maps were free, right?
I think so. It was like
And
around
then
that time they
Modern
switched
Warfare
though.
2 is when you had to start buying them.
Yeah.
You had to start paying for each DLC and stuff like that.
Yeah. But they had like, didn't they do it super weird where it's like you paid for a DLC, but it was only like 3 maps, and then there was like
they
another
had,
3
like-
maps or something like that.
They had like 3 or 4 different DLCs, and you had to pay for like each one separately or get the season pass.
So we got someone in chat saying COD 4 was paid for the maps. Sloppy the pig. Thank you, man. We also got another thing going on in chat saying, what do you think about the new sniper system that was in the beta? The longer scope time, things like that, and about how it just like played in general.
Well, the thing about that is you could only level the guns up to like level 10, like the gun level to 10. And there were attachments you didn't unlock at 10. So I think they have like a grip or a stock or something like that. That's basically a quick draw, so you can scope in faster. The Peacekeeper.
The Peacekeeper is a Apex gun.
That's from
Apex
There's
Legends.
There's a gun in Black Ops 4 called the Peacekeeper. I'm pretty sure too though. But,
Oh, is there? I was gonna say it's a
Yeah.
shotgun in Apex Legends.
Yeah. Yep.
But man,
So
I can't
what-
wait. for
Have you
that.
played the new Apex map?
I have actually. Yeah. I checked it out. Checked it out the day it came out. I was trying to check out the new operator, but I didn't unlock them yet. But the new map on Apex Legends, man, is fucking legit. Let me tell you, EA and Respawn, they put some time into that map. Every
I
different
saw they
section feels like a new like environment. You know what I mean? Like when
Mhm.
the ice feels like an actual like snow place, and then like where it's like forest or like green more, and like where it's lava, it like feels like, I don't know. It feels like a different map essentially whenever you walk in that zone.
Yeah, because I've been watching some of Doc's streams and stuff like that, and it looks really good. I also saw that they added, what's the gun? It's like the M14 EBR from like Modern Warfare 2.
The charge rifle
No, it shoots the light rounds.
shoots the light rounds. Yeah, it shoots.
It's like a
It shoots
it's
like
a
inner.
DMR.
It's like a DMR. Oh, the Havoc.
No. It does. It shoots the light like the orange ammo, like the AR ammo
Oh,
or the SMG ammo.
what the fuck? Orange ammo.
It used to be semi-automatic, and then they made it 3-round burst.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Okay, well it's like the M14. from Modern
Oh,
Warfare 2.
the fucking the G7. Yeah, they added the new hop
G7
up.
Scout.
That
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
it a
yeah,
3-round
G7
tap.
Scout.
I forgot about that. Or it makes it a double tap instead of a fucking single shot. It's so much better now. And they
I
upped the
forgot about
boost
that
damage. I forgot about that. You're right.
Mhm.
You're right. No, yeah,
I kind of
it's a
want to try
beast
it out.
gun.
'Cause to be honest, I haven't played since the new update, but I've seen the map. It looks badass. I've seen some of the new guns and all that stuff. So I'd be down to try it out.
Yeah, maybe we could,
But-
check it out tonight, boys. Give
Yeah,
it a
might have
shot.
to hit that up after
Yeah,
the
we
stream.
might
a
have to,
little
you know.
after show game session.
Yeah, exactly. If you guys want to stick around, check that out, see how the new map looks, feel free. Um,
Now, someone in the chat just brought this up. I don't know. I'm not sure if you played on it yet, Ted, but me and Ian were playing on it last night, trying to look at nades and stuff like that. They put the new Cash remake or reskin, I guess, if you want to call it, onto the workshop.
Yeah.
My first impressions, it looks great. It's familiar, but I really wish they could have done more with it, to be honest.
yeah.
I love the look of it. It looks more like it's in the setting of Chernobyl, But
Yeah,
yeah,
like
it's
overgrown and stuff
essentially
like
a
that.
reskin. I mean, the mid window, the angles on A site and whatnot are. What other changes, angle wise, did they make?
The
I mean,
mid
there
boost
isn't really
is
anything on B site.
self boosting yourself into the like boost. You know where you jump on white box and then you get on top of the boost. They made that slightly easier.
I don't know if that's a self boost though.
It is. Yeah, you can.
Are you
Do.
sure?
Yeah, 100%. I've seen
We
people
were
make
trying it for a while there, even on 128 tick. I
Yeah, but
couldn't make it.
we're just bad at movement, basically.
I'm not that bad at movement.
We're just bad at movement.
You know that.
Was it? It's the same cache that they showed like in that. Was it the ESL tournament, right? In the finals, right?
But
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw it. It looks cool, like graphically. Like I like the way it looks. But then
Yeah,
what?
they
They
just
added the
didn't
mid
change-
window, and that's pretty much in the way A works because you can see all the way to truck now from A main, right? Am I crazy?
from default
Or
if
from
you can
default,
hold
default.
from truck. But
Yeah.
even it's like I don't think they changed enough. Like it's basically the same map.
It's like they made one wall shorter and then cut a hole in another wall, like pretty much. Like that's all it kind of seems like.
I don't think it's gonna change the CTT dynamic too much.
Yeah.
I
I got an interesting question for you boys, real quick. If you had to rate all of the battle royales, what would your ranks be of them? Like Fortnite, Apex, PUBG, fucking
Timmy, you go first. 'Cause
Black
I
Ops
know
4.
I'm gonna have an unorthodox list.
I'd have to put fuck, dude, that's kind of rough. Are we talking current Fortnite?
current, everything current,
Okay, so I would
current
have to
updates.
I'd have to put Apex number 1, PUBG number 2, Blackout. Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna put Apex first, Blackout second, PUBG third, Fortnite last.
Why would you what? Blackout?
Blackout all the way at second. That's I didn't see that coming, man.
That's as unorthodox.
That is-
as what?
Yeah, I agree with Apex being on first.
I
I
wipe my
definitely
balls with
Apex,
Blackout.
PUBG, Fortnite, Blackout, in my opinion. I think, dude, Blackout's like unplayable.
No,
Dude,
see,
remember we
that's
tried
the
to
thing.
get the cell shading to work, and that shit didn't even fucking work for us.
Because they hadn't released the game mode on PC yet. I figured that out.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. That makes sense why we couldn't get it
So
working.
now it's the game mode that has the jetpacks and the movement and stuff. That game mode's actually fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really fun.
Interesting question in chat. What do you
For-
think sets Apex
fuck.
apart from other battle royale titles?
Fuck. It's my turn.
Apex, it was the first one to do the squad respawns where you pick up their tag and you can respawn them. I think that's probably one of the most innovative.
They invented the ping system too,
The ping,
Yeah.
yep,
Yes, the
that's
pink
pretty
system.
badass.
and then they had, I guess, like a class system. Like you have like powers and stuff. Not like powers, but you have like abilities.
It's kind of like
It's like a
Overwatch,
hero
in a
selection.
way.
Like yeah, exactly. Like you select a hero, almost. So probably a combination of all those things. And I think the smaller amount of people on the map too, and having like a little bit smaller of a map, way faster travel time without having to like use a car or anything like that. I think it's just like a combination of all those things is what like really made it set apart.
Yep.
And the shooting too. The shooting's, I mean, it's just like a hit scan, but it's satisfying.
Yep. And I don't know, it's just more like the movement's fluid. It's not like PUBG where it feels like you're walking around with like 30-pound ankle bracelets and shit and you just fucking-
Yeah, 100%. The movement in PUBG is
so
like,
floaty, dude.
Yeah.
It feels
No,
like
PUBG's
you're
not floaty. PUBG's the opposite. Like I feel like you're stuck to there's fucking magnets on your shoes and you're stuck to the ground. Like
It feels like
dude,
blocky,
jumping and stuff
you know what I
that,
mean?
It feels like you're not controlling someone. It feels like you're telling someone to what to do.
you
Yeah.
can
Whenever you're
tell
playing
you
PUBG.
can tell the game was not made in 2019. That's for sure.
Yeah, there's like a delay, between when you press a button and actually some shit fucking happens.
Well, if you've ever played Arma, and of course we've all played Arma,
Shit
it's
games.
trying to base off of
Overrated.
that movement system.
Overrated.
Other than the vaulting and whatnot,
Overrated.
the movement it kind of does feel the same, but not really.
Overrated.
Like in
game.
Arma, it feels like you're controlling the person that
Give me
you're,
1 sec, boys. Be right back.
that you're playing as.
Don't crash your computer
Whereas
this time.
PUBG, I don't know, everything feels like it's delayed just by a half a second. Nothing. maybe even less. But I don't know. It's just strange. I don't like playing PUBG for long periods of time because it fucks me up whenever I play other FPSs.
Yeah, it's just not intuitive. Now, okay, I would like to go back to my battle royale list. I'd like to put the CS:GO battle royale above Fortnite because Fortnite's garbage.
For me, it's gonna have to go uh, PUBG, even though it's not my favorite game of all time. It was the OG, and it's the most badass setting in my opinion. So it goes PUBG and then Fortnite afterwards because it is a fun game. Other than the battle royale, they have a lot of other game modes. It's pretty flexible. I like what they're doing with it. The devs are pretty cool.
Okay, you know what? I might have to agree with you on that. I might have to put PUBG first and Apex second and Blackout third.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. Blackout's my third one. It's
Because
pretty
we
cool.
used
I
to
like
have
what I like what they did with it, but
we used to have so much fun on that back when I first got my PC, man. Like we'd play that game for hours. We'd make Justin would rage quit, and like, dude, it was so.
there's
fun.
so much content on it. But like if you play the game like how it's supposed to be played, it's sleeper content. But if you're fucking around, it's it's so fucking hilarious. Just griefing on that is my favorite. It's my favorite setting to grief on.
I like
Because
getting
you
cars.
just get this random person, you get them all geared out, and then you just kill them. Take all their stuff while they're sitting there yelling at you. It's hilarious.
Dude, I just like getting cars and just like hitting people with cars. That is my all-time favorite. Or getting snowmobiles on this fucking snow map and just whipping those.
Yep.
We still need to
Good
get a
time.
backflip down
Now
on fucking Hardroom.
speaking of the snow map, let's talk about it.
Trash. Worst map.
Garbage.
Yeah,
Horrible.
terrible.
It's
Terrible.
bad.
Worse than the desert map. Miramar,
If
right?
it was an Erangel-sized snow map where it was like fucking, let's say, Alaska or the North Pole or Greenland or someplace where it's dead fucking snowy, you know what I mean? And I don't know, it's just like what, a snow island? It doesn't make sense to me, and the map design is horrible.
It's
If they
definitely
would've
terrible.
made it like a snowy Erangel would have been fine.
I actually like Sandhawk.
Oh, the like Vietnam one, right? Yeah,
the super small one. I think that one and the OG Erangel are the best fucking maps. Those two are the most fun in my opinion.
Yeah, but right now when you play, the only problem is you can only have random map on, so you usually get stuck playing the two shit maps. You can't even play Erangel.
It's because their game's dying and they don't
Before
have
fucking
Sure.
anyone
enough
says
player base for
anything.
that.
They don't have
Whenever
enough
the
servers.
desert map came out, it was so hype. The desert map was so good whenever it first came out. The Winchester 94.
It's not that it was so good. It's just that it was new, and it was.
It was the first
I
new
liked
map.
it, dude. I like the setting of a desert battle royale like that. That's pretty dope. I like it. It was kind of Spanish themed and whatnot, so it kind of reminded you of maybe a South American town or
My
a South
hometown
American
and shit.
town. Your hometown, bro? Is that what it was? Like, bro?
I just that map. I don't like the fact that there's like no trees anywhere. There's not that much cover other than like rocks, and there's not even that many like. There's too many open areas that are flat.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan of PUBG in general, to be honest.
I'm not the biggest fan of the battle royale game mode in general.
Oh yeah, facts. You rage in like at least an hour of playing, no matter which one we're playing.
No, Timmy definitely quits in the first fucking 15 minutes that we play PUBG every time.
Dude, it's
True.
just, it's not fun.
It's just you drop in and you die, and I get it, dude. I fucking get pissed too, but it's like, I don't know. I don't like it that much either, so I'm not gonna sit here and try and defend Battle Royale. But I mean, come on, dude. Let's at least get 2 matches, you douchebag.
We played like 5 or 6 the other day. I would just rather play a game like Call of Duty or like CS:GO or something like that. It's just, to me, it's more fun.
Definitely a more enjoyable game. I like fast-paced games, and just in general, like Call of Duty and shit like that, where you respawn, you just go straight back in. Like even like CS:GO is just like, yeah, no, Overwatch all the time. But even like CS:GO, like you die and then you gotta wait, and then wait
Yeah,
till next
but
round, and if you
even
die
then,
again,
each
then you
round
just
is
gotta
only
wait.
2 minutes.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's like you're
You have
waiting
to-
forever, but it's still kind of some downtime.
If it's exciting Counter-Strike that's being played, then even if you die, it doesn't really matter. You're like watching your friends, like, oh shit, is he gonna
Calling
pull this
out,
off? What's this? Your friend might not notice something. That keeps you on your toes because you're yelling at him like, what the fuck? Dude, to your right! And then he dies. Everyone gets pissed. It's exciting, dude.
Yeah.
Or for example, if you're playing with one of your bot friends that trades stocks, maybe, and you're trying to help him out, and then he gets mad at you for trying to help him out. It's just it's rough.
You hate
Or
to see it.
sometimes if your name's maybe Kermit or something in game,
You just
and you
bait.
get mad and you throw a can of Coke at your little brother, stuff like that,
Jesus.
I don't know. I have a lot of stories with Counter-Strike, dude, and it can be ridiculous sometimes, people being toxic and shit. But what really sticks out of my mind are those really intense matches where it feels like you're playing a major or something like that. Just a game that's getting so intense and you're tilted and shit. Those memories will stick with me for a while, man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's that shit is fucking addicting. Like when you're playing a Face-It match or an ESEA pug or something like that, or even an MM game, I guess, and you're like clutching like 1v2, 1v3, 1v4, and you're like your heart's fucking beating. You win the round, you got the fucking adrenaline pumping, you're getting fucking hype, hit those headshots. Like, dude, you can't beat that. You really can't, in my opinion.
Man, maybe we should stream some fucking MM after this, dude. And even talking about Counter-Strike gets me pumped up. It's my favorite game.
Yep.
It really is.
I think it's so simple and it's just a well-made game, I think.
I don't know. A little
it goes back
too
for
slow
me.
pace for me.
Since Source and shit. So, I mean, even back in the day, I didn't really play a lot, like competitively or seriously at all. I played a lot of fun maps and mini game servers and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely fun. Like I definitely like playing scrimmage mode and shit with you guys. That's definitely a lot of fun because when you are popping off and you start like hitting all the headshots, it is super fucking satisfying. Like I don't know, getting a headshot in that game is more satisfying than getting a headshot in like most games. Just because I feel like it's harder to do.
The sound it makes too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
yeah.
so awesome.
Fucking so we got a question from Shade Slayer again. What is the most unbalanced map in CS, and what should Valve do to balance it? It's a good question. Tim, let you lead the way on this.
I think Vertigo needs to be fucking reworked vastly. Now, I know the other day they released an update to the map. They changed B site, they changed A site dramatically.
They changed mid. They changed mid a lot.
Well, mids, yeah, they closed. There's no squeaky door going into B anymore.
They removed the wall there as well. So I'm pretty sure mid is more open than it used to be.
No, it's more, the only way to get to B site from mid is you have to go through CT spawn, I'm pretty sure now.
Shade Slayer says besides Vert.
Besides Vert, okay. Well, I don't know. I think most maps are pretty solid right now. It's amazing. Overpass is amazing. Train is fucking amazing. I love Train. Train's probably still my favorite
Train's
map.
great, yes.
Yeah, Nuke's good. I mean, I guess maybe it's a little CT sided in Nuke, but not like, not like crazy though.
But
you still
recently,
have a chance.
even in pro games, I've seen T sides win the half like a lot more often.
That's what I'm saying. In the last one we watched, I think we watched a few games with Nuke, and I think T side kept like taking it. Like it's possible.
It's because of the SG. It's because of the Krieg.
Yeah.
That shit is so fucking powerful, dude.
Yeah, that is a great gun.
I don't know if it's OP. Honestly, I think that's what the game needed because I think CT side was a little overpowered previously.
Yeah.
I think if you use the AUG the right way, I think you can counter a Krieg with it though.
I think the AUG needs to go back to the pre-Katowice Major AUG, where it's like higher rate of fire.
It does feel really sluggish now.
Yeah,
I will say that.
It is
nerfed it into the
It doesn't even feel like an assault rifle,
Yeah.
The M4 and AK are dead. Yeah, they're pretty much for
The
trick
M4 is not dead.
They're
I
for
think
tops.
I love the M4, to be honest.
the M4 is better
Yeah,
than the AUG.
I don't
in
even.
any
I like the
situation.
M4 better
Yes,
than
of
the
course.
AK. Even though the AK is a one tap to the head, the spray on the
Really?
M4 is way better in my opinion.
I hate the M4 spray. The M4
Really?
spray is terrible.
Dude, it's so easy for me. I don't know. Maybe it's
Yeah,
just that motion. You know, like everyone has like a better motion. They're better at like
Yeah,
controlling
yeah.
recoil with and shit. So maybe it's just that. But fucking the M4, dude, I don't know. I fucking love it. How does Valve fix the imbalance between the scoped rifles and non-scoped if they buff the AUG?
I think they need to make them a little more expensive and then make them as
Yeah.
good as they were before. And then I think the problem solved.
You know something I've always wondered, man? Why
they
is
made
CT so much more expensive
3,000.
than fucking T side? You know what I mean? It's like a
Because-
noticeable difference.
Well, because if you like, it'd be too easy, right? Because
It's usually CT sided.
well, if you like the CTs, just they have to sit on a site and the Ts have to come to them.
Yeah, that's true. So they gotta make things a little bit more
So they-
expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I get that. But like, because like either way, they still gotta get the money. But like, I don't know. I get the
Yeah.
point. Try to balance it out since they don't have to push.
But I think the perfect CS:GO would have the Krieg and the AUG. Like the Krieg should be more than just $50 more than the AK. The Krieg should probably
Exactly,
be
dude.
like a
It should
couple
be.
hundred more.
It should be 3,000 to 3,250, around
Yep.
that price range, and it would be a lot more reasonable because then the next step is the op. You know what I mean? Which is
Mhm.
4,750, which that can stay there. That's fine. The op is perfect. Keep it, please.
Yep.
Keep it the same way it is. But I think I can agree with Timmy. But I don't know. I think if they just changed the AUG, kept the Krieg how it is, then change the price, I think that would be pretty balanced.
Okay, do you guys think what do you think about the auto sniper?
I honestly, I don't even like using it because like
I'd rather use a Krieg.
I don't know about that. I rather use an
make
op.
a-
I rather use an op than the auto sniper, just because
Yeah,
like
that's how you counter an auto is you
Yeah,
buy an op, 'cause the
one,
op's a
it's-
one tap.
it's really expensive, and two, if you drop it and the other team gets it, then like you kind of just gave them $5,000, and then like a chance to fuck your entire team. Like especially on a map like Mirage where you can hold mid so fucking heavily with a sniper, or fucking like Dust where they have like those long fucking hauls, you know, where you can just dominate with a fucking sniper. Like you kind of just like threw a few rounds for your team. Like if you
Yeah.
lose that fucking auto, in my opinion. But I kind of
Yeah,
like
'cause
the
you-
SG, like the Scout, the best because like it's like high skill, you know.
And it's cheap, yeah. That's a
Yeah.
good early map weapon.
Facts. You
Early
just got to
map
hit your
weapon.
fucking shots. I mean, you got to hit your headshots so you get those one taps. But
Even if you don't hit your headshots, if you like you tag like 2-3 people with the scout,
yeah, then they're all low.
you can have your pistol players hit them like twice and they're gone.
Facts.
like-
And you're only spending what is it, $1,700, right, for fucking
Something like that.
for a
yeah, I think
scout?
seven-
Yeah,
Ian's the scout specialist.
Fucking love
I am
scouts.
literally the scoutsman, bro.
The flying scoutsman, dude.
Flying scoutsman, dog. Fucking
So I know you
That-
wanted to talk about.
Timmy, there's a secret, by the way. Sorry to interrupt, but
No,
there's a
go ahead.
secret. There's a rhythm to shooting the scout the way I do.
Yeah, you have a monitor that has a crosshair on it.
Yeah, sure.
he drew a red dot in the middle of his screen. Sharpie.
Low key, my monitor has that function built in. I can go into the settings and I can.
That's
I
kind of
can turn on
cool.
a crosshair.
It's kind of
could
it's
do
kind of
it and
hacking.
Fucking just wow everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Hit nastiest no scopes.
But it doesn't line up perfectly with my CS crosshair, so it's kind of weird.
That's kind of
Well,
scuffed.
there is a thing about. I'm guessing that you're using Crash's crosshair generator, and you might be using a Pro's crosshair. Well, a 4x3 crosshair setting is not going to line up perfectly to a 16:9, 16:10 crosshair. You kind of gotta like figure it out. I
Well,
think
it's 'cause
3 Clicks
the-
Philip made a video about it. I
It's
recommend. you
because
look-
it's like an even number of pixels. Because like you can't, it's not gonna be perfectly in the center of your screen because there's
Yeah,
an even amount of
exactly.
pixels,
Mm-hmm.
not an odd number.
Well, maybe that crosshair that you have proprietary built into your fucking monitor could be lined up perfectly. I don't know how they would do that.
Hmm.
But yeah, I I think a $3,000 Krieg and a slightly more expensive AUG with a higher fire rate is. I think you could help CS a lot with that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Add a little bit more excitement, you know, a little more saving.
We skipped over a question of Shade Slayers before, by the way.
Did we?
What do you think is Valve's intent on spending so much time patching Vert?
I think they do need. I think there needs to be more maps in the pool. I think Valve knows that. Because I mean, obviously, it needs to be an odd number for pick and bans and stuff like that. But it needs to be like a 9 map pool or an 11 or 13 or something. Because
Yeah.
What are they at right now? Like 7, 5?
7, yeah.
Yeah, 9, 11 maps. It's like 9's enough. That's a solid amount.
Yeah.
9.
11 would be pretty sick. I think. I don't know. I wish Cobble was still a thing. Because I feel like if they added a couple boxes to the A site, it'd make it a lot more viable.
I wouldn't mind learning Cobble. I really wouldn't. And if
There's
they
just
put it
no
back into
point
the
anymore. Because
competitive
it's if they put it back, that'd be awesome. But there's just no point now because you can't play it in comp and stuff like that.
So how?
But
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was saying maps like Aztec, I think. Or
yeah, Aztec's a throwback.
Aztec, and then there's another one. I don't know, but there's a couple maps from, I think, Source that I think they should add. That would be really cool in the map pool that were pretty legendary.
So how would you guys feel? I know this is probably never gonna happen, obviously, but what if Valve remade CS with a new engine, same game, same gameplay, same, maybe even same maps, but just updated, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Would you play that? Would you buy that? Would that be something you're interested
I'd
in?
play it and buy it, of course.
I would do it, yeah, 100%.
How would you feel about that?
I feel like I would shine more on.
No, I don't think so either. But
OGCS.
it's a cool thing to think about, you know. Imagine CS:GO with the graphics of fucking Modern Warfare. How dope that would be.
Yeah.
Maybe it wouldn't run as well, so maybe there's not as big competitive scene for it because fucking that's kind of a pro of CS:GO. It's you can play it on fucking anything, damn near.
Almost anything.
Yeah, not obviously anything, but you could.
I mean, I had a buddy. I played with a kid from Venezuela that had a computer from the early 2000s, and he fucking still ran CS:GO. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's it's kind of also a nice little draw about it, and it's free now too, so that all fucking helps.
I mean, the free aspect, I don't know how I feel about it because with the whole cheater thing, just make a new fucking account. But
yeah, that is kind of true.
You have to spend $15 to get the Prime, though.
Yeah, it's not worth it playing without it.
With a free copy of the game, you have to pay.
Yeah.
To be able to play online.
You don't have to, but
yeah, you do. With the free copy, yes.
No, you can get to level. You have to get to level 15 or something. To
Yeah.
get it for free.
Yeah. What was I about to say? Another thing interesting I saw in the news. I know none of us really follow this too hard, but I watched an interesting documentary about a Dota Esports champion called Anna. Anna. He's this
the Overwatch hero.
Yeah, this is the Overwatch hero Anna, who plays Dota too at the same time. But anyways, he is this incredible Dota player. Apparently, I had no clue about him, but so back in 2 years ago, I believe it was, he was on the OG team who's sponsored by Red Bull, and they won TI, which is their major championship for Dota. If you don't follow all that,
$30 million.
Yeah, $30 million, ridiculous amount of views every year. It's a major fucking thing. So this no-name kid came out of nowhere, hopped on one of the best teams, and they were able to win the TI about 2 years ago. And then in all the history of all of Dota, no one's ever won a TI twice. It's just not a thing, And then apparently this kid was going on this huge streak. He was just a good player, then he was bad, then he was good, then he was bad, He's real streaky. And they ended up getting him off of OG. And OG just started failing all their tournaments after that. They just started playing terrible. And they bring him back out of nowhere just as a shot. And they fucking go into the final fucking tournament, and they play as trolls, playing a healer, and just going into their fucking fountain where you spawn and just spawn trapping them. and just fucking murdering them in a pro series, like in a championship series. And they were doing this on the final fucking game, just murdering every fucking team. And they came in as like the underdogs and just fucking destroyed everyone. It was like, I'm not even a Dota fan, but like watching it, man, was like inspirational. It was kind of fucking badass. This kid's fucking legit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that video. I saw the title and stuff, like the thumbnail and all
Yeah,
that.
you're gonna have to check it out.
OGs actually, they're coming into CS with a pretty good roster now too. They're coming in with, they're picking up NBK, Alexi B,
No way.
Blame F, and like a couple other guys. That it's gonna be a pretty solid team, I guess.
That'd be cool to fucking see. I like
Oh,
the
yeah.
way their fucking emblem looks, or their logo looks too.
Yeah, it's like I guess kind of like a
Shield almost.
like a shield that says OG and then Red Bull above it.
Shit looks sick. I fuck
Oh,
with
yeah.
it.
Fucking right, boys.
Anyone else got any closing remarks, closing topics to talk about?
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
know.
We're ready to
I
call
think
it.
we're cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking around, guys.
Yeah, whoever's still
Yeah,
in chat.
I'd like to give a shout out to
Chat.
the 5 viewers we have in chat. Thanks for
Thank you
I
for all the
guess
good
so.
questions. Thank you for all the comments, guys. We appreciate the supports. Appreciate
Thanks
the
for
love.
the trolling, you know.
hell yeah.
Be sure to
Appreciate
check
the
us out
trolling.
on YouTube. We're gonna be uploading this on YouTube. Be sure to give us a like, subscribe. Do whatever you gotta do.
Oh yeah, you guys can check us all our personal channels out on Twitch under same names as under our face cam. Chicago Menace, 2 Cakes, and Suds is Suds814.
Yeah, I just have it as Suds. I don't know why. Might as
But
well
yeah.
just put it 814 after that. But you know,
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next week, Friday at 4 p.m.
Deuces.